A lot of advisors miss one of the key components when it comes to connecting with clients, which is about noticing how your clients feel when they're in your presence. And a lot of attention advisors give to educating and presenting information to clients and analyzing things. And if they miss this key component, they're missing an opportunity to really connect, to build loyalty, and actually build referrals. Now, there's this empathy component that is huge with clients. And even if your clients aren't consciously aware, it's making a big difference in terms of them feeling connected with you, trusting, and building loyalty. Empathy can be evidence to clients and communicated, whether you're doing it across the table from them or across the screen from somebody. People can pick up based on where your attention is, based on the tone of your voice. So even if you think people aren't knowing what's happening in the background, they totally are picking up on this. What you're thinking is communicated in ways that you probably don't even realize, and your clients probably aren't conscious, but at lots of levels, this is being picked up by the people you're talking with. It can be challenging for advisors to be really present because we're used to thinking about what we want to say next or how we're presenting ourselves, especially if it's a really good client or a prospect. We want to show up a certain way. Here's the thing, when you are totally present, giving someone your full attention, they're going to feel that, and to just trust, you'll know what to say next. You don't have to play that ahead in your mind. And there's nothing wrong with saying to a client, oh, wait, just give me a second. I want to think about what I was going to say. I was really listening to what you were saying. They would think that was awesome and really appreciate it. One of the first steps in building a deeper connection is to start with yourself. It is really easy to run from meeting to meeting, whether that's physically being in a meeting or from Zoom meeting to Zoom meeting or whatever your video platform is. And what can happen is you can bring energy and thinking and whatever you were dealing with right before you came into a client meeting into that meeting. And if you want to truly be present with somebody and be there for them, it's important that you get yourself in the space to be able to do that. It can just be 3 breaths to get yourself present, relax your body, and ask yourself what's important now. And those 3 breaths can make all the difference in clients feeling connected to you and for you to really be able to listen and be there for them. Clients can pick up on pretty much everything you're thinking. Now, this is kind of a scary thought, but for example, there's something called fear pheromones, and it is like with animals. People can smell when you're afraid, and it can even be communicated across the screen. So it is understandable that advisors sometimes can be stressed. There's actually stats that show that advisors have more stress than the regular population. But if you don't deal with that before you get into a meeting with a client, unknowingly you may be sharing that fear with them. And not only can they sense that on you, but it's contagious. So you probably want to have your clients feeling more calm and clear so they can make better decisions. But if you're not in that space, you may be having the absolute opposite effect of what you want, and you may be stirring them up. You can be more deliberate in your communications with clients if you think about what is it that you most want clients to feel after they've met with you. Not just what you want them to learn or take away, but how do you want them to feel? And some of this is going to be based on what I like to think of as your superpower. Like, what are you uniquely awesome at that's different than pretty much every other advisor? So for example, my superpower has been to make people feel more calm, to feel calmer. And I identified this because over and over, I would hear people saying, oh, I feel so much better after we've met. Now, I assumed every advisor makes their clients feel more calm. Well, that's not true. Some of them may have their clients feel more confident or excited or more clear or understanding things. When you're clear on what you most want people to feel after they've been in your presence, you'll be able to actually have that happen with them because your intention is there and the way you communicate will be all towards that end. 4 steps that you can use to be very deliberate about how you want clients to feel is the first step is to envision this. So picture in your mind's eye how you want to be in that meeting, how your clients would react in that, how you might want them to feel, and have that meeting play out beautifully and smoothly all towards the end that you desire before you get into the meeting. Another step is actually create your agenda towards that goal. If you have to share bad news with a client, maybe there's ways that you can couch this by sharing good news as well. Tell them what's going well, compliment them on what they're doing well, so that they're not leaving your office feeling awful about what's going on that's really maybe out of anybody's control. You can work with your team towards this goal as well. So if your goal is to have clients feeling calmer when they're there, then maybe your team is greeting them with a calm manner, that there maybe is calm music playing in the background. You've set up your office to instill those feelings. And of course, you want to be very present and mindful as you're meeting with people. This will help you being very present with them and them feeling like they are clearly the most important thing in your life at that moment, because we want people to feel that they are the most important to them because they are in that moment in time. One of the best ways to build client referrals and loyalties is to have clients feel better when they've been in your presence and better about themselves. One of my mentors, Matt Church, says, "Stop informing and start inspiring."